After months of the SEC versus Ripple court case, the tables seem to have turned, and now things are beginning to look pretty dark for the SEC. Regarding this, even Ripple's CEO now spoke out on how the lawsuit has actually backfired on the SEC. When the SEC filed their case against Ripple, media and crypto exchanges were quick to turn their backs on Ripple, and everyone seemed to have given up on Ripple. But as the court case went on and the SEC's actions became more and more suspicious, Ripple actually managed to gain tons of supporters from all around the internet. And by now, the negative backlash that this court case has had on the SEC has been explained by Ripple's CEO. Stick until the end of this video to find out all about the horror situation the SEC finds itself in. According to Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple is about what impossible standards of fair notice and due process through regulation by enforcement may do to crypto innovation. Anyone could be next without warning, he continued, and it appears that not just the crypto world, but also the majority of the finance and political worlds agree with that assertion. To understand why, we must delve a little deeper into the implications of the SEC's case. By the way, did you know that the SEC lawsuit is backfiring on the SEC? Let us know in the comments section down below. The SEC's surprise lawsuit against Ripple has become a cause célèbre in the cryptocurrency world, but its broader implications regarding regulatory overreach versus innovation have sparked serious debate in some of the country's most powerful policy circles. When the SEC filed the complaint against Ripple, the last thing they anticipated was to be on the receiving end of the law. However, this is precisely what occurred. In addition to Ripple, John Deaton of the Deaton law firm and the website Crypto Law is spearheading a legal challenge to the case. He submitted a petition for mandamus to challenge the SEC's egregious inappropriate action, followed by a motion to intervene in the SEC's case in the Southern District of New York on behalf of more than 18,000 XRP holders. Many of these individuals, including app developers, organizations, businesses, and others, claim they had never heard of Ripple prior to the case and had never seen XRP as an investment contract in any firm. Deaton described a series of behaviors, situations, and conflicts he said undermined the SEC's case. In 2015, Ripple and the Department of Justice agreed that XRP is a convertible digital currency, and that Ripple is an XRP transmitter registered with the Treasury Department's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, also known as FinCEN. Ripple chose to adhere to U.S. currency laws rather than securities legislation. When the Securities and Exchange Commission initiated litigation against initial coin offerings in 2017, Ripple was not one of them. Ripple's $30 million equity investment in MoneyGram was approved by the SEC in 2019 to increase money transfer utilizing blockchain. Similarly, Ripple informed the SEC of its intention to make XRP available on Coinbase, a cryptocurrency trading platform. In response to these events, the SEC issued no statement, suggesting that XRP is not a currency and that Ripple is not in compliance. Former SEC Chair Joseph Grunfest appealed with the agency not to pursue the case, stating it would result in multi-billion-dollar losses to innocent third parties. Deaton also detailed a lot of major nasty conflicts of interest with former SEC officers who favored other currencies with considerably more compelling investment contract reasons while slamming Ripple. The list of well-known people who have criticized the SEC's conduct does not stop there. Carol Goforth of the University of Arkansas School of Law remarked on whether a transaction is an investment contract, which is defined as investment of money in a common enterprise with a reasonable expectation of profits to be derived from the efforts of others. According to Goforth, the value of XRP stems, at least in part, from Ripple's efforts. She is, however, upset by the SEC's approach, noting that the judgment took years to issue. Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are both at risk by being redefined by regulators, may have the same fate. The issue with Bitcoin is that there is no single company against whom the SEC might launch a case. It is important to remember that the new SEC chair, Gary Gensler, has not withdrawn the case. His preference, though, is for Congress to specify how the SEC should operate. This comment supports the impression that Gensler's predecessor, Jay Clayton, acted arbitrarily. Goforth concludes that the limitations are a mixed bag that unfairly falls on Ripple. There should be provisions for appropriate exclusions, which will very probably necessitate congressional legislation. There's considerably more to the SEC case's bad consequences. It has also been established recently that the SEC intentionally discriminates against small investors in favor of wealthy investors. John Burlow, senior fellow at the Competitive Enterprise Institute, questioned the concept that cryptocurrencies pose a threat to investors, instead pointing out that bad regulation progressively excludes middle-class investors from financial markets, limiting their ability to reap their benefits. Burlow highlighted many errors in the SEC's reasoning as well as the implications for third parties. He notes the Howey test's lack of reasonable definition and limiting concept, which has led the court, for example, to decide in United Housing Foundation Incorporated v. Foreman that shares in private cooperative apartments were not securities. Even in the Howey case, the court pointed out that the shares in question were for the Orange Grove real estate, not the fruit itself. This looks to be a critical factor in the case of Ripple and XRP, since investors have acquired currency rather than shares in the company. The Howey test said that a security is a product whose value is determined solely by the efforts of others, but the SEC and lower courts have broadened it to include any efforts made by the product producer to raise the value of the product. Many companies that make goods that may be purchased as investments, such as comic books and baseball cards, take measures to enhance product placement and promotion, which raises the value of their products, but this does not classify them as securities. Also, make sure to write your thoughts on the criticism the SEC is facing in the comments section. To conclude, the SEC appears to be blatantly discriminating against Ripple. Fortunately, this did not go undetected. In the end, justice wins, and the only thing that suffers is the SEC's reputation, which is entirely justified. Ripple, on the other hand, seems to be more successful than ever before, as seen by the current gains recorded by XRP. Ripple's XRP has recently been on the rise, supported by a bullish sentiment among crypto speculators. XRP has already reclaimed the $40 level, and the gains show no signs of abating. On the legal front, the XRP community is cautiously optimistic that the SEC's refusal to give over documents related to its employees' cryptocurrency holdings would work in Ripple's favor. There has been an increase in XRP bull activity, which is another positive sign that Ripple's cryptocurrency is ready for big price increases in the near future. What do you think about the criticism which the SEC has been facing recently? Do you think it's justified? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you liked this video, hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our updates regarding this court case and other must-know crypto news. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.